Hey everybody, Coach Sean the Rip Grandpa, and should you exercise while fasting? That's the question I'm going to answer inside this video. And before we get started, I want to share everything that I'm going to teach you here are the exact same strategies I recently just used that took my body fat at 50 years old from 15% all the way down to 5.8%. You can see here on the screen, I documented my journey. It took me a little over 10 weeks, and the results were so dramatic that people actually accused me of photoshopping my pictures and using drugs. Two of the greatest compliments I could ever receive. So I don't share this with you to impress you, just to impress upon you. This stuff does work. All right, so let's dive in, because when you exercise in a fasted state, it affects one very, very important word, and that word is hormones. So up here on the board, you're gonna see a list of hormones along with the effect on those hormones will have on your body based on whether or not you're in a fasted state or a fed state. And the first hormone that we want to talk about is insulin, because anytime you eat food, even if it's a low carb healthy meal, you're going to raise insulin levels. In the presence of higher insulin levels, it's impossible for your body to access stored fat cells as a fuel source. And insulin is also the antagonist of certain fat burning hormones like growth hormone and other hormones called catecholamines. And these hormones are adrenaline and norepinephrine. When you're in a fasted state and you exercise at a higher intensity, because insulin is very, very low, growth hormone and catecholamines are very, very high. Now, these are the hormones that are responsible for releasing fatty acids from your fat cells into the bloodstream, where they can be delivered to working tissue like heart, liver, and muscle tissue, and burned as a fuel source. So this is how you literally can shrink a stubborn fat cell. Now, when you're in a fed state, even if it's a healthy choice, because insulin is elevated, growth hormone and catecholamines are very, very low. Now, also, insulin, because it's an antagonist of these hormones, when it's very, very low, it also increases glucagon, which is known as your blood sugar hormone. So when glucagon is elevated, it's been shown to increase fat burning. And when you're in a fed state, glucagon is very, very low because insulin is elevated. What does these hormones have on the body? Well, as I just discussed, because when you're in a fasted state, your body's sympathetic nervous system, or your fight or flight response, kicks up really high. And this is what coaxes your adrenal glands to release these hormones that we just talked about, and also helps coax the pituitary to release growth hormone. All these things are going to help you increase fat burning. Now, with that being said, because you're in a fasted state, muscle building is going to be a lot lower, performance is going to be lower, energy could potentially be lower, and strength could actually be lower. So these are some of the cons of exercising in a fasted state. And if you're in a fed state, you'll notice all these arrows are up. So if the goal is to build muscle, to improve performance, to increase energy, and to have more strength, fasted training probably is not the best choice. However, if the goal is to burn stubborn fat, fasted exercise, especially at a high intensity, is one of the best choices you can make if you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s. So if you like this video and you got something out of it, click the link in the description or in the pinned comment. Head on over and join our free 14-day Hormone Reset Challenge SKOOL community, where we're gonna give you instant access to our Rapid Fat Loss Starter Kit, 100% free. Now, a lot of people will say, okay, what's the catch here? Why are you giving this away for free? And I can tell you, after 2+ decades of being a fitness pro, spending the last 15 years, I sold over 1 million ebooks, I've identified the number one reason people fail. First of all, it's because the weight loss industry in general is broken, and 94% of all dieters regain all or more of the weight that they lose because they don't understand how to build a lifestyle of leanness. See, it's all about sustainability and adherence. And trying to use social media doesn't work as well. Research shows it leads to the comparison trap, which leads to more unhappiness and more depression. And SKOOL has overcome this problem. And when you head on over and you get free instant access to our Rapid Fat Loss Starter Kit today, you're gonna be part of a like-minded community, a group of people your age who share your struggles and your same goals, and will help you build lifestyle habits so that you can use these to stay lean until you're 90 or 100 years old if you want. So thanks for watching this, and God bless.